What's up, guys? Donnie B, Learn Pro Recording. Welcome in. I've got something super special that I wanted to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about how to get the gig and then how to keep the gig. 10 tips that you should follow to help you get the gig and keep the gig. Let's discuss. Okay, guys, we're here to talk about the 10 tips to help you get the gig as a freelance audio engineer, producer, engineer, studio, what have you. These are going to help you get the gig. Yes, we have talked about this before, and yes, this is super important, and yes, I've actually had some people actually reach out to me and go, hey, can you talk about this again on a little bit further scale, a little bit bigger, talk to us about more about it? Yes, I can. I'm going to do that. And I want to give you something free before we get started. And if you hang out till the very end, I've got some special news just for you guys that are watching this. I'm going to save you 10 bucks. I'm going to show you something really cool at the end of this thing. Just hang out for the 20 minutes. You're going to get some great information out of this. Hang out. I've got some awesome stuff for you at the end. So go grab my free thing, the Studio Growth Formula, learnprorecording.com/Studio Growth Formula. It's only going to help you build, grow, and scale your studio, your audio engineering business, your freelance producer business into something that can sustain, possibly even take over your day job. So let's get this done. Without further ado, let's move on to the 10 tips to help you get and keep the gig. Here we go. All right, everybody. Here is 10 tips to help you get the gig for the freelance audio engineer. Tip number 1, dude, know your craft. Know what you're doing. This should be a no-brainer. You should know what you're doing, or at least be able to fake knowing what you're doing good enough that you can know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So you got to learn how to make sure you know how to use your tool. If you're on Pro Tools, make sure you know the basics of Pro Tools. If you're on Logic, same thing. Make sure you know how to use Logic. There you go. So, dude, answer your phone. Here's what happens, man. If a client needs your service, they're going to call you. If you don't answer the phone, I know you might be busy. You might be in on another gig. You might be in on a session. You can't answer. What you could do, though, is set up a automated response. Like I've got on my iPhone, I've got an automated response. It says, I'll call you right back, you know? So that way they get a text message saying, hey, I can't answer the phone right now. I'll call you right back in a minute. Because, look, that's your potential employer. That's a potential gig that you might be missing out on. If somebody calls for you and, you know, wants to schedule you, they can't get a hold of you, then they possibly might move on to the next guy and never call you again. So even if you just send a quick text going, hey, I'll call you right back, that's even more awesome. Okay, dude, keep your voicemail available. The worst thing I can do, the worst thing for me as a studio owner, if I call an engineer and I get, oh, yeah, sorry, you can't leave a message right now because his mailbox is full. Bro, clean out your mailbox. Have the ability for me to leave a message because I know you might be busy and I don't want to bother you, but what I might do is go, hey, man, call me back. I got this gig I need you to do on Thursday if you can at 2 o'clock. Call me back when you get a chance. I know you're probably busy, but call me back. So let me leave a message. That's all I ask. You know what I mean? And then when you do get the message, call me back as soon as possible. Call me back as soon as you get a chance. Just, like I said, man, you could even text me saying, hey, I can't get to you right now. I will call you back as soon as I can. And then call me back. That's what I need. Or text me when you get a minute. I know you're busy and I know you got stuff going on, but try to text, try to keep me, try to call me back as soon as you can. That's the biggest thing, okay? Because if you don't answer the phone, for me, if you just don't answer my call, I'm going to stop calling. I'm going to call the next guy. I mean, I've got a list. So if you don't answer, I'm calling the next guy. That's how it works, okay? Always be prepared, man. The best thing you could do is be one of the engineers that understands the job and you don't need constant supervision. You don't need me sitting over your shoulder going, hey, that's not how you make an auxiliary track. You know what I mean? If you sit with an engineer the whole time, what's the point? If I got to sit with an engineer the whole time they're in there, what's the point of me hiring an engineer to work my gigs, you know? So definitely understand the system. Maybe come spend an afternoon with me when we're not that busy and ask me questions about how the system works so that you are prepared when you do come into the studio to work. You know what I mean? I might as well just work the gig and keep the money myself if I'm going to sit in there with you. That's how that works, you know? Always offer more than the client is expecting. You know, something simple like, hey, I'm going to get a bottle of water. Would you like one? Would you like room temp or cold water? You know what I mean? It's simple stuff, man. Asking the client if they need something. Another thing is like labeling the tracks, because you might not be the mix engineer on the project. You might be sending this off to someone else. They might want to know what the tracks are. They might want to know which one's a vocal track, which one's a kick drum, if you know what I'm saying. So it's really that simple, man. Just offer more. Just always, always, always over deliver, because that's what keeps clients remembering your name. You know what I'm saying? So do that, man. Always over deliver. That's always the thing. We shouldn't even have to talk about this one, man. Be on time. Actually, I want you here early. If I hire you as an engineer, I'm expecting you to be here 30 minutes, at least 15 minutes early. This not only reflects badly on you, but it also reflects badly on me as the studio owner. If my client is sitting here waiting for the engineer to get here, that's probably the last time I'm calling this engineer, okay, if that means anything to you. You're a freelance guy. I can't necessarily fire you. I can just never call you again. So here's the mantra. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you are fired. Pay attention to the session, man. Don't be in there on your cell phone and your laptop and your iPad and checking your checking your TikToks and whatever, man. Just don't do that, dude. Be in the session. Be a part of the session, man. That client is looking for you. He's looking at you for advice. He's looking at you for she wants you to help her stack the vocals. She wants you to help her with her harmony notes. There's so much more that you have to do than just press the damn button. You know, you got to be proud of your work. And if you're proud of your work and you make things awesome and sound great, dude, the client is going to notice and they are going to call you back. That's just how it works. All right, you got to stay positive, man, even when stuff goes wrong. Look, Pro Tools is going to crash. I can promise you that. Sometimes, man, if Pro Tools doesn't crash at least once a day, I think something's wrong with it. So there's always something. Maybe the mic's not working. Maybe somebody pressed a button and didn't unpress it on the last session, and now you're trying to find it. You just can't freak out. You just can't give any pressure to the client. The client's already got enough pressure because they're trying to sing, they're trying to play. They don't need your extra stress if you've got stress on. So try not to do that, man. Just stay calm, fix the issues, and never give your frustrations to the client, man. Just always stay professional. That's what we're talking about. Don't come to the session stoned or super drunk. Try to make sure you smell good, but not too good. I mean, nobody wants to be in the room with somebody that's got, just a douse of cologne on like you go into the club or something. But yeah, definitely don't smell like you just came from the gym. I mean, you got to be super neutral in the smell department. Some clients are ultra sensitive to scents and smells and things like that. And you're locked in a tiny room for, up to 8 hours or 10 hours sometimes. And man, if the room starts to get funky, it's tough. You know what I mean? But I mean, stuff does happen, right? Sometimes the clients just don't like working with you. Sometimes, for me even, sometimes the clients, we just don't get along. We might be good friends, we might be cordial in the hallway, but when it comes time to working, they don't like how I work, I don't like how they work, and there's, it's tense. You kind of don't want tense, you know what I mean? So another thing too is never party with the clients. Even if the client asks you, hey, you want a beer? Hey, you want to come outside and smoke some weed with us? Don't. Keep it professional. You've got a lot of stuff to do until the relationship. I mean, when you guys become buddies, let's say you're working with a client and you're doing an album, and 12 songs in, you've been working together for 3 or 4 months. Yeah, man, go have a congratulatory smoke, go have a congratulatory drink or something with the client. But other than that, man, try to, especially in my studio, I mean, if I've hired you, be professional, stay professional. All right. These are just a few of the tips to help you get and keep the gig. Look, I've been a studio owner in Los Angeles for about 20 years. I've seen a lot of stuff. I've been a part of some awesome sessions with some amazing artists, and it's just been a lot of fun. But you have to find your path, man, with the clients, and they'll definitely appreciate that of you. You got to be cool to work with. You got to smell good. You got to not be stoned. And you just got to do a great job. Yeah, look, there are the times and the places and the sessions where you might want to be stoned. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might want to go blow a bowl before you get in the session. But that just has to do with the situation and where you're working and who you're working with and that kind of thing. So, hey, Because, you know, you got people out there, man, and somebody might ask the client, hey, dude, that sounds amazing. Where'd you get that done? You want them telling them, really excited, dude, this guy was awesome. This engineer was the best. You need to call him. Here's his number. Give him a shout. Go out there and get the gig, man. Just go out there and get the gig. Good luck in your future as an audio engineer. And I am here to help. If you guys need anything, I'm right here for you. Reach out to me, man. LearnProRecording.com. You can reach out to me at info@LearnProRecording.com. Go to the website, check it out, www.LearnProRecording.com, and we will see you on the other side. Hey, hopefully you guys got some value out of watching the 10 tips on how to get and keep the gig. There's more of that here. If you go to the Studio Growth Formula, go grab it. LearnProRecording.com/Studio Growth Formula. 100% free. Can't miss out on that. As promised, what I wanted to talk to you about is the mini course. I pulled out this mini course from last year, updated it, added a bunch of stuff to it, letting it go for 37 bucks. You guys can't miss out on this, man. This thing's great. It's going to help you learn it's going to help you learn signal flow. Basically, that's the key to what we do, man, is signal flow. It also explains and breaks down patch bay configurations, why it's that way. Why is it fully normal? Why is it half normal? It's all in this mini course for only 37 bucks. But since you guys hung out and watched me today, the whole video, I'm going to save you 10 bucks. Go grab it, man. It's only 27 bucks. Go to LearnProRecording/PatchBays101. Use the coupon code YouTube1. It's right there. I'll put a link in the description. Make it easy for you. Go grab that, man. It's awesome. 100% money back guarantee. Man, if you hate the course, let me know. I'll give you $27 back. It's not a big deal. Hopefully you guys get something out of that. Hopefully you're going to have a great week. We'll talk to you next time. I'm Donnie B. I'm out of here. Peace.